YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Clans back with another video. Today we have the 100k MT squad builder. We'll be doing more of these in the future. We'll be doing our 250k MT, 500k MT, a million MT, and maybe even higher than that. But we're at least gonna start off with those. And I do want to start the video by just saying thank you, honestly, with all the amount of views and likes and comments and everything on the channel recently has been absolutely insane. I do just want to start off the video saying thank you. Once again, I do really appreciate it. But we're going to get right into it without all the yap. And then I also will have the MT count on the video at some point as well. That way you guys can see the price of the team and everything like that. I'm going to start off with Dyson Daniels as our point guard. I mean, this card has always been elite. The day he came out, he was elite. You know, he still is extremely good. 6'7" point guard, 6'11" wingspan, absolutely elite defensively. His jumper is insanely good, and I mean, it is insanely good. He can move a little bit. He's probably not going to be a primary scorer, but he is extremely good. And I do think Dyson Daniels deserves to be our starting point guard. The only thing this card lacks is an 80 driving dunk, but you look at his defense, and it makes up for it. 94 perimeter, 98 steal. He's got he's got pretty much every badge you need besides 4 of them here. And then maybe add a couple of shooting badges, but it's not like, all of these are even needable, honestly. Maybe Limitless and Deadeye, but that's really it. Shifty, I guess, but, it's not like he's missing so many needable badges. This card is still very good. And for a 100k MT squad builder, he's definitely our starting point guard. You will see this team is actually not bad by any means. There are some dogs on this team, and I'm excited to kind of show you guys this team because it is cheaper than 100k too. So if you're just starting the game out, go ahead and get these boys. By law, he is a 6'8", 7'2" wingspan shooting guard, 91 3-pointer, 88 speed, 95 vertical, great defensively, good rebounding, good driving dunk, can handle the ball. Badge-wise, he's missing only 3 defense, 3 shooting, and then, everything else, it really isn't that important, honestly. So definitely look to apply all of these badges, though, and then I would apply Limitless, and then, honestly, after that, he is good to go. Like I said, he is, he's a big frame at the 2, so that is a good thing for sure. He does have the by law Koulibaly base on quick, which is a very elite jump shot. Dribble 6, he's not terrible. Like I said, he's probably not going to be a primary as well. But I do think by law and Dyson can definitely create their own shots, and I think these two can score extremely well, but they're also extremely good defensively. And that's kind of the meta this year. Obviously, you want somebody who can go out there and get you a bucket. Somebody like Beasley, somebody like Dr. J, somebody like Jason Richardson or Brandon Roy or even Gary Payton. Somebody who can go get you a bucket, but you also want them to play defense. You want them to be able to be a two-way player, and that's kind of what this game is. You want to make sure you have two-way players on the court. This one, honestly, probably isn't more two-way than he is one-way, but you look at Amin Thompson, he's probably one of the best defenders in the game. 87 interior, 94 perimeter, 96 steal, 88 block. Defensively comes with every badge other than boxed out and brick wall. He does have elite badge counts. Hall of Fame though, at 11 as a pink diamond. 6'7" height, 6'11" wingspan. 78 3 ball is the only thing that is worrisome on this card, but I promise you, if you guys know anything about me, I love this Amin Thompson card. I use him on the Twitch side all the time, especially when we're playing modes where maybe not like my God squad, but he used to run on my team when I was just getting back into the game when the All-Star promo first dropped. This card ran on my team, and I absolutely loved him. 78 3 ball is not hard to green at all with this card. His jumper is absolutely elite. And if you do have a coach, that boosts up a 3-pointer, then obviously it goes higher than that. If you get takeover, it goes higher than that. So Amin Thompson, that 3 ball is not worrisome at all. I'm very excited about this power forward position today because I do believe it is probably one of the better positions we have today. I'm going to go with Jaren Jackson here. I think Jaren Jackson is absolutely elite. You look at this card, yes, he might have came out in season 1 or season 2. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. 88 3 ball, 87 speed, elite defensively, good enough driving dunk, great rebounding. Can't really handle the ball compared to what his Opal can do. But it doesn't really matter because he's not gonna be. That's not what he's out there for. This card, for being released in season 2, is absolutely elite. 6'10", 7'4" wingspan. He's got an elite jump shot. He can move a little bit though with the Kobe escape. That is a very good escape. Defensively, he's absolutely elite. You only need to add a couple of badges. And I mean, especially when the badges are cheap right now, badges are extremely cheap. So you can go get them on the auction house for anything less than probably 1 to 2,000. And some of them you can go for 350, 400. So Jaren Jackson is an absolute stud, and I am excited to bring him onto this team. My next one, is is Oso Iguodala. And if you know anything about Oso Iguodala, you know IRL he can't shoot and he's got a broken jump shot. That is not the case in this game. He does have a 68 three-baller Oso Iguodala on quick, which is actually a solid jumper. I can't lie. It's actually a really good jumper. Why they gave Oso Iguodala a really good jumper, I don't know, but they did. Oso Iguodala has a good jumper. He does not shoot one-handed in the game. He has a 68 three-ball. Yes, that is a little bit low, but I promise you it is very greenable, especially with a coach boost. It is extremely greenable. He does come with pretty much everything on gold, 26 gold badges, 2 on Huff. He comes with every defensive badge other than glove. And you look at him, he's got 93 speed, 93 strength. He's elite defensively. 98 driving dunk is elite. 90 rebounding is good. 86 ball handle for a big is absolutely elite. He's 7 foot, 6'11" wingspan. And I think this card is absolutely elite. I think he does not get as much love as what he deserves. And I think Oso Iguodala is extremely good. And finishing out the starting lineup, I think the starting lineup is absolutely elite. We got Dyson Daniels, who's still a great point guard, elite point guard, actually, probably. I'd still probably put him in 8th here amongst all point guards in the game. I still think he's extremely good. Bilal and Amin are extremely good defensive players, but Bilal can go get you a bucket as well. And Amin has a great jump shot. Jaren and Oso both have, pretty solid jump shots. Jaren's is obviously a lot better than Oso is. But they're both extremely good defensively, and they are going to get you stops. So I honestly love our defense in our starting lineup, and I think it is an extremely well-rounded starting lineup. Moving on to our bench piece, this is probably going to be one of the bigger pieces because I think he's extremely underrated. This Keon Ellis card is so beyond good. 6'3", 6'7" wingspan, 88 offense, 99 defense. You look at him defensively, he is so good. If you're playing salary cap, you've got to pick this card up for your starting point guard. Otherwise, if you're playing showdown, maybe he's like a bench point guard or something. But for a 100K MT squad builder, this card has got to be on the team. Keon Ellis on quick, an elite jump shot. He can move a little bit. Jimmy Butler escape is pretty good. The James Harden step back is all right. Normal dribble style isn't the best, but he can move a little bit. I promise you, this card can score. And I'd be dropping 25, 30 in salary cap all the time. I know salary cap is obviously a little bit different, but this card can absolutely play. And Keon Ellis is extremely good. Moving on to our next one, he did just come out in the last set, inevitable set, the last Friday set at least. 95 perimeter, 93 steal, 89 interior, 80 block. Good enough rebounding, can handle the ball. 91 three-pointer, 92 speed, 80 strength. He's elite on defense. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, 11 on Hop, 19 on gold. His jumper is extremely elite, and you might be like, Thomas Bryant, why would that be a good jump shot? I promise you. If you know, you know. If you've used this Doug Christie, you know how good he is. You know how good that base was. You know how good Doug Christie is in general. Doug Christie can move. He can play defense. He's got a good shot. Doug Christie is him. Doug Christie is him in this game, and I'm here for it. Doug Christie is our backup shooting guard. Moving on to our backup small forward, I think this card is extremely good too. A lot of people don't really know about this card, honestly, but Jeff Green is extremely good. And when this card was a hidden gem, I think everybody wanted this card. Me personally, I was like, I really want Jeff Green. When he was a hidden gem and we couldn't get him in the auction house, Jeff Green is extremely good, and he's still pretty good. 85 rebounding across the board at the small forward position isn't bad. He's 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, by the way, so he is pretty long at the small forward position. Defensively, he is good. 91 speed, 87 strength, 88 three-ball, 95 driving dunk. Can handle the ball. Jump shot wise, it is pretty solid, and movement wise, he's not the best in the world, but he is okay. I think Jeff Green's extremely solid for just like a kind of 3-and-D bigger body at the 3. If you don't like Jeff Green and you do want to go for somebody who's a little bit more defensive only but isn't really going to be as good offensively, I would go with somebody like Jared Vanderbilt. I think Jared Vanderbilt is elite defensively. 6'8", 6'11" wingspan at the 3. The only problem with Jared Vanderbilt is he does have a decent jump shot. It's unquick, but the problem is it has like a weird hitch in it. So if you haven't ever used a Jared Vanderbilt, you might not be familiar with the hitch that he has, but is it the worst jump shot in the world? I don't know. It just has a weird hitch, and you kind of have to get used to the hitch. So I'm not going to be putting Jared Vanderbilt in there just for the people who don't think they can time it. But moving on to our next one, I do have Derek Coleman. I think Derek Coleman is absolutely elite still. 86 perimeter, 84 steal, 89 block, 93 interior, great rebounding across the board, can handle the ball, good enough driving dunk, good three-pointer, and great strength. He's pretty slow, but that's the only thing about the card is that he's pretty slow. Defensively, he's missing a couple badges, but that is literally all you have to apply to him. And other than that, like that is literally it. 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, hot zones from everywhere. His jump shot is very good. David West and Dirk on quick is a very good jump shot. And movement wise, he can actually move. Derek Coleman is elite. The card can move. He can shoot. He can play elite defense. Go pick up Derek Coleman. Moving up to our backup center, you can actually probably find somebody who's a lot more expensive than this and a little bit better, but the center position is lacking for budget beasts. So I am gonna go with Goga. I do think Goga is very good. I just don't think he's probably the best card on our team here. I think Oso is better than Goga, but Goga isn't bad. You can also run somebody like Quentin Post if you guys would like to. It's kind of up to you. Personally, these are really our only two budget cards, at the center position right now. And I think Goga is just a little bit better, well-rounded center at least. He's not going to be able to shoot as well as somebody like Quentin Post just because Post has the better jump shot. But I do think they are, pretty similar. They're really the only budget beast. Goga's just a lot faster. Goga's got a lot better defense. So me personally, I would go with Goga, and that's who I'm going to choose on the list. Just know that he isn't the best center in the game, and I'm going to go ahead and, let you guys know that. But I do think Goga deserves to be on the list just because he is really our only budget center. And that's going to round out our lineup. I mean, I think it is an absolutely elite lineup. When you look at the starters, you have a mix of defense and scoring. Really, they are all 5 primary defenders, but they can also go and get you a bucket. Dyson and Bilal are elite, elite cards in general. I think those cards are extremely good. I think Bilal is probably an A-tier shooting guard, and I think Dyson's probably an A-tier point guard in the entire game. Jaren Jackson, I know he came out in Season 1, but the card is still extremely good. Oso Ighodaro is unbelievably good, and he is very, very underrated. I don't know how people don't look at Oso and say he's good. I think it's probably the three-pointer, but I promise you, you will be able to agree with that three-pointer if you're decent at the game. Moving on to the bench, Keon Ellis, Doug Christie, Jeff Green, Derek, and Goga. I love every single one of those cards. I've used every single one of them other than Jeff Green. He's the only one I haven't used, but I've known so many good things about Jeff Green. I've heard so many good things about Jeff Green. You look at the card, he has everything you want. I think the Jeff Green card is absolutely elite. He has everything you want. There's nothing that this card is missing that is holding this card back. So he is the only one I haven't used, but I do know a lot of good things about Jeff Green. So that is the reason he is on the list. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of Goga, but he is really our only center, backup center position that we have on a budget for now. But I do think this, by the time I'm recording, let me pull up my calculator because I did look at this a moment ago. Like I said, I will put this on the screen too. But we're looking at about 78,750. So, about 79,000 you can buy this team for. And this team is absolutely elite. I know 79,000 for you guys if you're just starting the game seems like a lot, but I promise it's not that much. You can get 79,000 extremely quickly. And actually, I'll go ahead and show you guys, like, if you're just now starting the game and you're wondering how to get 79,000 MT to start building a team, I will go ahead and show you guys this too, just so we can go ahead and kind of end this video off here. If you go to, I believe it is in maybe weekly challenges. Yeah, so if you go to weekly challenges, there's these MTs, and it's double part, 1,000, 1,000, double part 2,500, 2,500, and then you get 1,200 for completing that. Then you move on to this, and it's 5,000, 5,000, and you get 2,500 for completing that. Then you move on to this, and it's 10,000, 10,000, and 5,000 for completing that. I know that doesn't equal up to like 100,000 coin MT, but I mean, that's a good way to start building some MT. And then just honestly start to look to complete some of these things too. Even like this triple threat, you're gonna earn MT by playing triple threat. So I would probably start to just kind of play some of these games and knock some of these things out. Showdown, we're moving along on Showdown 2. We're at 83 games. So really, I think that you can earn 100,000 MT pretty quickly. I know you're not going to be able to get it like right off the bat, but as long as you play the game, you should be able to earn 100,000 MT pretty solid, pretty quickly. But that is going to wrap up the video. I think this is an elite team for just around 80,000 MT. So I think if you guys enjoyed this video, go and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace.